Hello and welcome to another self-casted ladder game. I'm still struggling trying to decide what I should call these. For now I'll just have to call it something different every single game, and woohoo, player found. So I'm not very enthusiastic about this game. It was a bit of a clown fest. I checked the guy's rating afterwards and I thought to myself, okay, why did he try something like this? But anyway, it was an interesting game, I suppose. The reason I was going to do this one was because it's another thing that I actually get caught out by, or at least got caught out by a couple of times. And I suppose I sort of learnt my lesson. As you could have seen there, the guy was a Terran player. I just even forgot his nickname now. That's how terrible my memory is. But he was a Terran player, and in this game, I've been watching a lot of IEM games, and I'm trying to play more reactively. It's just not working for me. I'm trying to scout and base my play off what I see a lot more than I was before. It's not easy, okay? It really isn't easy, but it's something I'm trying to work on. And you might have guessed again, this is a game where you watch in my point of view. You can see my mouse movements, my selections, my clicking, my needless, pointless spam. All of that is there, and it's all there for your viewing pleasure. So enjoy it, and I would love to see some criticism, any hints, tips, things I could do differently, all of that stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to give you a bit of insight too. So yes, I decided I was going to check his ramp just before I would have to put my pool or fast expand down. So what I saw here was he didn't leave any space for an expansion on that barracks, firstly. I didn't see another barracks. He blocked off his entrance. I don't know if he blocked it off quickly, probably not really quickly, but a little bit faster than usual, so he did deny scouting. So I thought to myself, okay, to be safe, I'm going to go pool first, because he could, like I said, he didn't have space for a reactor or a tech lab there, and he could have had another racks further back. So if someone's going 2 racks, no gas, then generally you want to throw your pool down first because of these cheesy all-in plays with the SCVs and all that stuff. So that's one of the basic rules you must remember as a Zerg player. If there's gas, you can fast expand quite safely, because he won't have enough minerals. He might not have enough, not get enough Marines out or SCVs out to be able to pull off a good all-in at the start. So because of that, as you can see, again, my gas, my pool is finished, and then I was going to expand anyway. And now things get a bit difficult when you get to this point in the game, because you're not sure how far you should go. You're not sure how many Zerglings you should get out. That's another problem I've always got. You know, that's a problem a Zerg player will have till Masters League and beyond, I think. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but I personally think that lava management, deciding when to get drones, when to get Zerglings, and or any other combative unit, is just so difficult. So one needless thing I was doing here, pointless thing, is I was about to scout with that drone, and then I realized, okay, wait, I've got Zerglings out. Why don't I just rather use those? And I did, and it was a much better idea. So yeah, always try get your drones back to your base as soon as possible, and try scout with other units instead, because if you do scout with your drones, you're losing mining time, you're losing gas time. It's just generally better to use other units. Once again, always a good thing taking the Zelnaga towers in the middle of the map, but better idea to try check your opponent out, and I don't want to say contain, but just have an idea of what is going on in his base. So here I have about 4 Zerglings out, and that's not a lot. I'm not going to be able to, and then, oh my goodness, shocker, and then now it's like panic mode, and I'm throwing down a Baneling nest, which is a silly move. In retrospect, I think to myself, okay, that wouldn't have really helped very much, because by the time it finished, he was already in my base, and then I would have still had to morph the Baneling. So here, I pulled those 2 drones off because I was going to throw down 2 crawlers, and then if you check what I did with my Zerglings there, I tried to distract him, and it sort of worked. He didn't take the most direct route to my base. I could have controlled him a bit better. That's one mistake I made. I could really have controlled him a little bit better. What I was going to do now was I was going to let him engage my expansion first, before I cancelled it, but then I thought to myself, no, I'm going to rather cancel it immediately and try get as many Zerglings out as I can, because I did get the speed quite early, and I was really happy that he focused the Overlord down. Once again, sure, I lost an Overlord, but I did delay him a little bit. And here you can see that I think the delay did pay off, because I got 2 spine crawlers up, the third one's about to finish, I got a bunch of zerglings out, which I guess my control here was not that great. I was attack moving most of the time, trying to keep my queen out of harm's way, and at the same time just trying to let those crawlers do as much damage as they could. And here, pretty much, I mean, I could pretty much see I had this, because he lost all the SCVs that he had there, and he had quite a few, and then he only had a couple of Marines left. I still had 2 crawlers left, and I had a bunch more zerglings coming out, so I was in a good position, but it was really close for a second there. If I hadn't spotted that force of his moving out, say for instance I only spotted it when it was at the Zelnaga tower, or when it approached my expansion, then I would definitely not have made it. So, now here, what happened was, okay, I fended him off, and I'm not gonna lie, I've actually lost from a position like this before. Maybe it wasn't as all-in-ish as this. The other guy even says, okay, his nickname's RTD, now I know. He even says fail, and I didn't want to disagree with him there. So the Baneling Nest sort of paying off here, but I said before it was a bit of a clownish game, and it was, because I did clown around a little bit here. 4 Banelings would have easily broken through one of those supply depots. He was about to reinforce his wall again, and then I don't even know what I was doing here. I mean, I was nervous, okay, I was stressing, because I stress when I play ladder games. I sweat. And when something slightly crazy is happening, I just don't control things as well as I should, and I suppose a lot of people can sort of relate to that as well. So here, I mean, this is pure clowning. That was like really terrible that you watched there. I actually wasted the Banelings. I didn't even get the bunker, the supply depot down, and then my control at my base was also not really amazing. My expansion was about to go up. I mean, I was still quite confident that I was going to win it. Okay, there was no doubt about that. And then I pulled back and I realized you must have no minerals left, because there you go, the supply depot dies, and then, oh my goodness, when you morph in, how many? 5 Banelings? What is that going to help? I could have just ran the Speedlings in there instead. And once again, that's probably just the nerves that you know, I was going for the Banelings because I thought, okay, I'm not going to be able to get through there with normal Zerglings, and then it died anyway. Then it was too late because I was already in motion. But then I ran up here, and once again... No, that's just terrible. Okay, so if you ever want to know how not to control Banelings, that's how you shouldn't be doing it. But when I ran in here with the Speedlings, I realized, okay, there's nothing to worry about. He did in fact send every single unit to attack me. He must have had pretty much 50 minerals left to buy that one SCV. So yes, the game wasn't impressive. It wasn't a show of skill. It's just something that you can maybe watch out for if you're playing. That map specifically has quite a quick rush distance. That's Zelnaga Caverns, for anyone who didn't know. And you have to actually watch it, and that's where taking those Zelnaga towers, maybe keeping your units outside your opponent's base for as long as you possibly can, just to see what's going on, that all just pays off. In the end, I mean, really, it did. Right there, if I had scouted a half a minute later, just 30 seconds, he would have been in my base, and I would have been dead. I wouldn't have been prepared for it, and that would have been a terrible way to lose. I probably wouldn't have cast the game if that was the case. Wait, no, actually, I probably would have done it anyway. So I guess the number one thing to take away from this game is just scouting is important. It is key, in fact. I think the fact that I actually thought to myself to not go the hatchery first, that probably saved me. That was the biggest good choice that I made in that game. But the other little things, which is once again the scouting affected it, was the fact that I saw his army moving out, I saw that big push, I saw those SCVs, so I was in fact prepared. Anyway, so that's just another little cost. I'm gonna try get a lot more of these out, a lot more stuff out. I've just been having so many problems with uploading. Everything seems to fail for some reason. YouTube doesn't like me, my line doesn't like me, something just doesn't like me. I've got a ton of rendered content here that I just want to get out, but YouTube doesn't want to allow it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Yes, I played terribly. I'll tell you that before you can tell me, because I will agree with you 100% if you do say it. So there you go. Let me know. Do your worst. Thanks for watching.